We are back live, Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right,
really,
back to
I'm
really mad at Bill O'Reilly, not me.
Really, man. I mean, because it was so disrespectful, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, man, can you be any
He's
more?
a hater.
Can you
He's a
be
hater.
any more disrespectful, though? I mean,
What about him saying that Michael Jackson is not an icon?
okay,
I mean, right there.
hold up,
Right
man.
there.
Hold
Right
up,
there. You idiot.
First of all, you're not the one who determines who's an icon or not.
Right.
People do.
Yep.
Now, I'm sorry. You may not think he's an icon, but excuse me. If you look at the people who have had something to say at his memorial service,
Around the world.
if you look at the people who've had comments to say in the newspaper, if you look at the coverage around the world, his funeral was seen on TV as reported by Fox and CNN.
By how many
Over
people?
1 billion people viewed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else you got to do to be an
But
icon.
He also commented about the crowd. It wasn't the crowds that were expected there.
Okay,
Well,
can I address that?
yes,
If
please.
you heard what
we
was
idiots?
said to the people in Los Angeles, how many streets were blocked off, how it was cordoned, don't come down
Don't
here
come
if you
down
don't have
here.
a wristband, you won't be able to even enter the streets. It scared a lot of people away.
Yes.
Some people can't, but guess what? So the ones that didn't go, they watched it on TV.
And the internet.
See, Mr. O'Reilly, I watched
Whatever,
it on TV,
Bill.
but so did you. You watched it too. Not because you were forced to, but because you know.
Yeah.
You know, like we know, that one of the greatest of all time is gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you know.
right.
Now,
You know that.
you can hate the fact that he was who he was and he's gone. But I've noticed an incredible thing about you, man. And I've seen this. You have very few good things to say about anybody of color.
Okay.
There it
Bottom
is.
line,
Of color.
we've said
There
it.
it is.
I've found you to say very little about anybody of color, I'm talking about of any color.
And
If they don't look just like you got a problem.
does the justice system work in our country or not?
Yeah,
because
it
it
works.
doesn't seem to work when Michael Jackson is acquitted one time, and the first time he settled out of court, and then second time he was acquitted of those charges. So does the justice system work for all Americans, or what here? That makes me so angry.
Here's the
It
deal.
does not
Bill.
work all the time. That's why you ride down there.
Bill.
You go down there.
Tommy's so calm.
I'm with you
He's
today,
so calm
Tommy.
before
Bill.
the storm.
Bill, here's the deal.
I love it, Tommy.
Irregardless as to what you try to push as a conservative
Yeah.
of the Republican Party. As a conservative,
He claims himself an independent,
No, but he has conservative values. You can try to call yourself an
Yeah,
independent,
he does.
but he slams everything that's Democratic and liberal and upholds everything that's conservative. Now, you try to say you're an independent, but you're on the one side of the fence. But let me remind you, the people that you support, conservatives have drug problems, as in a couple of you have shown, just like Democrats and liberals do. Conservatives have children out of wedlock,
And
just like Democrats and liberals do. Conservatives cheat
on their
on their
wives.
wives,
Yeah.
Go to Argentina, leave the
just
state.
like
okay.
Democrats and liberals do. They fornicate, just like Democrats and liberals.
You think
They
they lie?
embezzle money, just like Democrats
they
and
don't
liberals.
lie though. They don't. They
You
don't.
lie,
Uh-uh.
you cheat,
They
you
got
still
They lie
As
more.
overall, Bill, conservatives, independents, whatever you want to call yourself, they do the same thing as Democrats and liberals.
At least
So please, get off your high horse, because your horse ain't high at all. You really riding in on a snake.
and,
I can get him off
There
that
you go.
horse, though.
and give him the same respect that you gave Jerry Falwell.
Jerry Falwell,
You know, the
yep.
same respect.
He said when Jerry Falwell passed, give him at least 3 days to
3
a
days.
week to mourn
Give his family
before
that.
Yeah.
you start attacking his racial policies.
Yep.
Michael Jackson, hours after the memorial service.
Thank you. Hours.
Here you come, attacking, and you said not the
He's not even
racial
buried
platform.
yet.
All you've talked about is race on this, and you
We're not
and you
having it.
claim that the media is glorifying this and going over the board and over the top with the coverage. What are you doing? You claim that they're doing it for ratings. why you talking about it?
That's what I said.
He said it should make any clear-thinking American nauseous.
Yeah.
See, you use very coded words. You're a very cunning guy. I'll give you that. Clear-thinking American. What does that have to do with Michael Jackson? He was an American.
He was a clear-thinking American.
Michael Jackson was a huge taxpayer, never in any tax-paying trouble.
Wow.
How much more American you want to get?
Uncle Steve, he's not hearing you. You gotta go down there. And I'm gonna go with you.
But Tommy.
And we're not gonna talk when we get down there.
Tommy, see, that's not how you face cowards. Because let me tell you something. I ain't throwing my career and my life out the window on somebody like that because he ain't worth it. But I just told you, every time I hear somebody dogging my friend and I know better, I'm going to say something about it.